do. We're going to look at the squad, and we're going to do a keep, sell, bench of our entire first team to see who are the players, Ricky, we need bombing out. I think we are going to be in agreement on most of them. But should we...
All out.
All out.
All out.
Yeah, get them out. I wouldn't mind a nice fresh up. Little freshen up on the old... in the changing room. Get them out. What, Kane out? Oh, well, don't save it. Save it.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, we're going to go through the team by squad number, not by position, so it's a little bit less predictable. So
shit.
So if you're waiting for a particular player, you don't know when it's going to come, so you got to watch the whole video and give us that sweet, sweet retention and watch time. All right, let's start with Lloris. Actually, Ricky, as an overall, are you frustrated with the standard of the squad? What's your feeling about it overall? Do you think major work needs to be done this summer?
I would like... I think for a lot of fans, your kind of wish list of, we could do with more centre midfielders, we could do with this and that and the other. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. Also, I think if we bring in the right coach, and the coach being the operative word here, that there are a few players that we have that I think are decent and can keep around. But if we can push them onto another level, that I think they have a higher ceiling, that they're just not reaching through different things that have happened throughout the season, then it's kind of like, I don't want to say that, it's like a new signing, but it would elevate our team and players in specific positions. So I don't think an overall kind of mass exodus and incoming is needed.
But there are some players you want to bomb out, though.
Yeah.
3/4
of the squad.
Well, let's see. And we're also going to do loans as well. We've got our loan pool coming back. I think it's like 7 or 8 players. It's like how these players cannot get into this team or are deemed completely unworthy of Tottenham Hotspur is beyond me. It's crazy. Like you look
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, with Conte, he was quite... he knew what he wanted, and from the off, there's a specific skill set, behaviour, whatever it might be. And with the right coaching, you never know. Lo Celso and Ndombele, Winks, dare I say.
We're going to come on to all of that, Rick. All right, let's start with Hugo Lloris, our number one. Contract is up at the end of next season. Well, are you keeping him, you selling him, or benching him?
I would... I'm going to go with sell.
Okay, get him out.
I'm going to go with sell. He has been a fantastic servant to Tottenham. I remember when we first bought him as this, how we used to, a lot of teams used to set up with this sweeper keeper, and we were linked with him, and I can't believe we actually signed him. It was a huge queue at the time, and he has been great. But
tell me what's wrong with him now, though. Tell me what's wrong with him.
We're just seeing a fast deterioration, really. I think he's lost confidence. I think it's quite telling that where he has been indecisive, where he should have come out and didn't, or he did come out and he shouldn't. I think there has been a loss of confidence in the back line and communication between...
Confidence to me looks shattered. Absolutely shattered. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And the reason why I'm going to say out, because keeping someone as experienced like him around the squad and the team would be good normally. But there's this little thing in me, this little thing of this little players' union. I don't know what it's called, where they've gone in to go and see... Levy.
What's Højbjerg doing about a part of that as well? He's come out and he's only been here 2 seasons. He's like, I'll be a part of it.
I know.
Can I be a part of it? Fuck, where is it? It's supposed to be Lloris, Kane, Højbjerg, and...
I don't know. Dyer, maybe?
Dyer,
yeah.
Dyer, I get. He's been there a long, long time. Lloris, I get. Højbjerg's just like, can I become a part of the Players' Union, please? It's really important to me. It's like, fuck off.
He's really kind of like tried to ingratiate himself in, like, at the in the canteen, like he's clearing people's plates away and
Yeah.
knives. But you finish with that, and he's like helping out, really kind of like, mate, give it a rest. We know what you're doing.
Højbjerg's
We know what you're doing.
Højbjerg's going. As soon as Lloris is injured, can I be vice captain to the vice captain, please? Yeah. All right, it's not a thing, but yeah, go on.
I want to break. Do you remember when Poch came in and there was this
the cabal?
There was this group of players. I always go to cabal because that's that. There was a few players.
But isn't cabal a collective noun of nasty people? That might be racist. I'm not sure. I'm not meaning to be, but you have a cabal it's a collective noun of something, and we had a player called Cabal as well.
We'll run with that. So yes.
Well, I need to check.
Yes.
I need to Google it. But go on, you carry on.
But so I would like, with a new coach coming in, and this new fresh kind of a clean canvas. I would like this players' union and Lloris, if he's not going to be there, to have this kind of collective power. I want the power to be with the coach, really, to start from afresh. So that is why I'd probably say Lloris out.
A cabal.
Close enough.
A cabal is a group of people who are united in some close design, usually to promote their private views or interests in an ideology. That was definitely happening.
That's good. Yeah, good.
I knew I could trust
knowledge,
myself.
Good knowledge.
I knew I could fucking trust myself.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Yes. All right. So yeah, I agree. Lloris out. He's deteriorating. It's time to go. He's been a servant, but fuck him. No, not fuck him. That's the wrong word. It's time to go. Oliver Skip. What are you saying? Keep, sell, or bench? Is he? If we want to progress next season, do you believe Oliver Skip has the ability and the ceiling to cement a first team spot next year, Ricky? Or is it's okay if he's part of the squad as well?
Not to cement first team. Part of the squad. Mourinho and Conte both said, especially I remember Mourinho saying, he's future captain material.
Yeah.
Which for me, it holds weight. He's been at the club since he was a boy, Tottenham through and through.
6 years old.
Jesus, really?
I've got there's a picture. Our header on Twitter is
it is.
I love that photo so much.
Yeah,
it looks like it looks like he's in a desert as well, which I love. So we're saying squad player, aren't we?
I would definitely say keep him round for a few more seasons as a squad player.
Okay, agreed. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, number 5.
I think so. Under Mourinho, I felt Højbjerg was a bit limited. Under Conte, and this is one shout out to Conte, I think he's brought him on a lot more. I think Conte's asked more of him to be a bit more creative and a bit more attacking. And you've seen it. He's chipped in with goals. He's chipped in with assists. He's just been that more forward thinking rather than passing backwards or sideways, which I like. And also, he's played an insane amount of minutes. Now, when you are exhausted, and for him as well, he's always going to put his hand up. Who can play? I will. Even if he's exhausted, he'll go in there. He's a soldier. And I love that from him, but it's also dependent on the formation that we play. If we are going to play 2 in the middle, then does he have the skill set to do that? The kind of all rounder that we need him to be, a bit like Bentancur.
Yeah.
Or something completely different to match up that middle, but I don't think. I think we could probably do better, so I'd like to keep him around as a squad player.
Squad player, so bench. That's what we're saying here. Bench. All right, so may not be playing first team football if Ricky was manager next year.
That's correct.
Number 6, Davinson Sanchez. Bless him. I feel like I used to hate his guts. I used to hate him. I used to look at him and go, I can't stand this guy. I don't want to see him play for Spurs ever again. But after that, I know after his booing and the treatment of him, I was like a bit defensive. It's like, well, I mean, we know he's not good enough. He's never been good enough. He has had periods and spells where he's done okay, but okay is all it's ever been, and so he has to be sold. There's no world where I can see Sanchez start for Spurs again And I absolutely have no issue with the man at all, other than the fact that he's not good enough. He always is given it. So he's always never shown attitude. He's shown professionalism at all times. But I don't think anyone in the world doesn't want to sell Davinson Sanchez right now if you're a Spurs fan.
No, I totally agree. I can't really add anything in. Again, he puts his all into it. And if you were to say, yeah, squad player, I just think he needs that rhythm, the rhythm of games and that continuity and consistency to always be in the starting 11 to have that partnership with who he's playing with. So him being a squad player and parachuting in for 2 games, I don't think that works for him. I really don't.
Yeah. Are you looking at the Spurs official website?
I might be. Why?
Oh, I was just going to do a little game. So tell me if you can tell me where they come from.
Well, okay, I'll stop looking at it and I'll tell you where they come from.
Do you like the idea of that game? I just saw
Yeah,
you,
I do,
I just saw you look again. I just saw you do a little side
I
eye.
know who's coming next.
All right, tell me where. Look down the camera. Look down the camera. You don't know where he lives. You couldn't have read it that quickly. Right, number 7, Heung-min-son. Where's he from?
He's from South Korea.
Correct. What city?
City is something like Chuncheon.
Chuncheon. Yeah.
Yeah. There
Chuncheon.
you go. Yeah.
There you go. You just read it.
Well, I knew it well.
Chuncheon. Actually, let's do it. Well, where's Hugo Lloris from? Just give a guess.
Nice.
Yeah, he's nailed it. Oliver Skip should know this.
Oh, I do actually. Welling
Garden City. Yep. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. You could guess this.
Oh, fucking hell, I've got no idea.
It's capital. Denmark.
Copenhagen.
Correct. You won't get this. Davinson Sanchez. Colotto.
No idea.
And on number 9, we haven't done Sanchez, Heung-min-son, but there's no world where he doesn't start for Spurs next year.
No,
absolutely,
totally.
It's not even worth discussing.
No argument.
Now this is an interesting one. Richarlison, who's from Nova Vicentia in Brazil.
I'm not familiar with that place.
You should have studied more in geography. Richarlison, number 9, £60 million or thereabouts, bought. Injury hampered season, been played all across the front three, although that is what we kind of signed him for, that he could play anywhere across that front three. He's a favoured number 9, obviously it plays there for his country, hasn't quite done it for Spurs. What are your feelings on Richarlison? If a bid came in that was significant, would you cut your losses? I'm significantly like £40 million.
Oh man, I'm not entirely sure if I would. I mean, I like you. I haven't been blown away by Richarlison. I think lacking in assists, lacking in goals.
Quality.
When he's played, he's been played across that front three. But I also think, and then the injuries as well. So he hasn't picked up that kind of
momentum,
telepathy with Kane and so on.
We can't speak. He's been here 5 years. He can't speak English. How are they communicating properly on the pitch? Or unless he's not. Unless he just.
I think he's being a bit cautious. I think he can, but when you're in front of the national press, it's a bit hard to kind of like.
Do you reckon his nickname for Harry Kane is Dum Dum? Dum Dum, give me the ball.
Dearie me. I mean, I've been disappointed with him, but also I think tactically, we're looking for him to create. So where Kulusevski is, and he's creating, we're expecting Richarlison to replace him and create too. But I don't think he is that creative player. He's more of a finisher or play intricately and work the channels and pull people out of position. I think with this I'm going to be repeating the same things, but with the right coach playing him in the right position, I think we would see his ceiling would be he would get closer to his ceiling.
So you're not saying sell, even if a bid of £40 million comes in, but a squad member, bench him, yeah?
I am kind of like Levy in a way.
Okay.
Bald, yes.
Yes.
Short. Short, yeah. Business astute, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Outstanding,
like.
physically attractive. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
An animal in the sack.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
I've got them all.
Yeah.
I might as well be.
The Jack. People won't know this, but I've known Ricky for a long time, and his nickname in the sack is the Jackhammer. You should see him go.
Honestly, it's like like one of those wind up monkeys with the symbols, just like that.
Yeah, it is. I've seen it in the flesh.
But with I don't want to sell on the cheap. That's what I'm saying.
It's 40 million.
We buy it for
40
£60
million
million.
on the cheap for Charlison though.
I mean, like, if
Did
you,
we not
if you look
overpay?
at where he's going to go? Where's he going to go? Like, there's rumours of Real Madrid. Mate, you ain't paying 40 mil, Madrid. You pay fucking top drawer.
Man, imagine if Real Madrid bought him. They've replaced Benzema with Richarlison. Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm not seeing something. When we signed him, I wasn't overly enamoured, but I was convinced that I didn't know anything and that everybody else was right. And then I'm kind of preloaded when I'm watching, preloaded with an idea when I'm watching Richarlison that he isn't good, or he's not good enough to be at the level we want him to be at, or our number 9, or left winger, or wherever he may be playing. He's not at that level. But I think my inbuilt bias towards him affects it. So I hope to be proved wrong. And there are moments of flashes of quality that you've seen. That finish, the one against, I can't remember who he was playing, but it was marginally offside, and he absolutely fucking buried it in the top corner.
Yeah.
Beautiful, went through.
Yeah.
That was good. And there was a couple of headers against, in the Champions League. I think it was Sporting, was it? Whoever
Frankfurt,
it was.
I think.
Yeah, whoever it was. And what he did in the World Cup for Brazil. So there's definitely a player there. It just feels like Son's in his way and Kane's in his way. And unless the system has changed, and like we saw at the weekend where Mason played a 4-4-2 or certainly when it was a 4-4-2, it was him and Kane up top on their own. But we'll see. I'm going to say squad as well. Bench.
Yeah.
Harry Kane. We've got a video on the channel about Harry Kane, and we've talked about it at length. It seems like he might be staying based on his comments. He wants to build an atmosphere, but then he could just be saying anything. The question here, very very quickly, Rick, because we have done this in the main pod and on the channel, is if you have two options, do you keep him or do you sell him? Those are your two options, and keep. So there's no, you wouldn't entertain any bid.
No. I won't entertain anything ever.
But obviously no one wants him to leave. But then you have the kind of looming deadline to when his contract runs out, where he could then go anywhere he wants. Like, if he does that, do you think that you could see? Would he go to Chelsea to play under Pochettino if he ends up going there? Would he do that to us?
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it, but football. Football is.
I wouldn't have never thought Pochettino would go there.
Yeah, well,
fucking plate face.
Yeah. Don't fucking get me started.
I swear to God, if you go there, you fucking
don't undo everything.
Yeah, you've done so much good. Do not. It's like fucking my son Will, right? He'll get free gold stickers or free little gold card tickets. They got this thing at his school, and I'm like, now. You've had 3 good days. Do not fucking undo this. You're doing well here, Will. Don't fuck it up. And then the end of day 4, it got detention. Fuck. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to do a little video on Pochettino and what would happen and how you feel about it. Just after recording this one, so it'll be on the channel soon.
But by the way, I haven't got Kane in my screen. I don't know where he's from. I'm just going to say like Chingford or something like that.
Just says London.
Okay.
All right, interesting one. Emerson Royale, number 12. Is he a bench? Is he a keep, or do you sell him, Ricky?
I'm gonna say bench. He's had a journey, isn't he? He's had a journey whereby we We all
He's
couldn't believe that we'd spent like 26 million on him.
Alex from Bristol said he's had the most incredible redemption arc, almost Sissoko-esque. Yeah, sorry, we spent 26.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely.
You said you spent 26 million. You was going to say something. Go.
And yeah, spent 26 mil, and we were then thinking, right, we've been sold a dud here. We bought him as a right wing back. Couldn't cross. Couldn't kind of really attack. He couldn't. He didn't know where to run it. What space to run into. What pass to make.
After a couple of games, it was, oh god, oh no.
Yeah, it was. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Emerson. And then and I think he got booed as well. The booers were out for him. But then we have played games where we have been under the cosh, and he's played more of a right back position, and he's been excellent. Can't fault him, and can't fault his aggression, determination, his willingness to kind of put himself on the line. It gives 100%. And that part of him, yeah, I would definitely keep him. And he has come in and played that right wing back role to cover, and he's been better at it. So maybe again under a different coach, a bit more learning, a bit more like nurturing along with that. Who knows, man? Who knows?
He's a good right back. He's a very, very good right back.
Yeah,
he's our best right back.
Yep.
Not if you ask him to do what Porro does, go forward, he can't do that.
No.
But if you ask him to defend, he will do that with ease. I know we've talked about this on the pod, but I genuinely think he's the best defender we have at the club. At purely defending, he's one of the best we have, and I don't think that's not a lot of typical Spurs fans out there might give him that credit. I think he's an excellent defender. And if you're going to play a back four, then you start Emerson Royale without question. And the fact is that they wanted to get, as soon as Royale was back, that Mason put him into that right back role and made sure that he wanted to accommodate Porro and played him as a right winger instead of Kulusevski in a 4-4-2. Then that just shows you how good Emerson Royale is.
Totally.
So what we say, I agree with you. Bench, but if we're a 4-4-2, I'd go so far as to say keep, as in first team keep.
Okay.
But we'll go with bench because I think that's what the majority of people will do.
Where's he from?
Sao Paulo.
Brazil. Sao Paulo. Oh, I knew it was going to be
Sao Paulo. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, Rick. Yeah. I'll give you that. All right. Ivan Perisic, where's he from? Do you need a clue?
Zagreb.
Oh, he had to go Zagreb. You could have gone
Split.
Split.
Yeah, Split.
Yeah, it's Split. Were you going through teams? Yeah, it is. You're going through teams, aren't you?
Yeah, totally. It's all I know.
It is Split. Ivan Perisic, what do you do with him?
He's an interesting one. He is bloody interesting.
It is interesting because he's got more assists than anyone else at Tottenham this season. 11 assists, 1 goal. That's
incredible.
Great when he's on the ball around the box. If you get him to deliver, he's the man. It's just everything else.
Yeah, exactly. I get this feeling that and I know you can say this about a lot of players, but he's here for the money. His heart's not really in it, and he's got a wand of a left foot, and he's equally as good with his right foot. And he can put the ball in. 11 assists, a goal. His defending is absolutely shite.
It's non-existent.
No, so I can't see him as a starting 11. If I'm honest,
I don't think he would demand it either. I think he's got 1 more year left on his contract. I don't think anyone's going to come in and pay a fee. So the question is do you keep him on as a squad? Because like you said, if he can create out of nothing and deliver those balls in, if the game's getting leggy and we're chasing a goal, that would be a useful. You'd rather have him on the bench next season than not. Yeah. Like, and you'd rather have some depth into the squad, someone like him who can deliver, than not have him and get 3 million, 4 million. There's no point. You might as well keep him around. What are we saying? Bench?
Yeah.
We're saying squad, bench? What are you saying? What are you saying?
I don't know. It's really hard to say sell when he's got 11 assists to his name. His experience as well is great.
But
Is what about the rivalry between or the make believe rivalry between Son and Perisic?
I think that was made mostly in the South Korean press. I don't think it's real.
Right. Okay.
What
Because
what what what, what
I
have you
believe
heard?
everything I read.
What have you heard?
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Well, there was a lot of pundits in South Korea saying the reason why Son's been shit this season. I'm paraphrasing. Shit this season because Perisic has taken up all his space. I think that's more to do with the system. I don't think the fact that Perisic exists as a Tottenham player is the direct reason why Son has underperformed this season. So, no, I'm not having that. I'm not. If Perisic is in the squad and Son doesn't perform next season, it's on Son again. And you've seen
Right,
the change in the system. There's no issue.
You're right. Okay. We'll keep. Bench.
So he's part of the squad.
Bench.
Perisic. Right, Eric Dyer, 15. Where's he from first?
Oh,
He's not from London, and he's not
he's
from
not.
Lisbon.
He's somewhere from. Fuck, is it like Cheltenham or something?
You fucking check this. Are you what? You know?
No, mate. I know.
It is
honestly.
Cheltenham. It is Cheltenham.
If you could see my screen now, there is not one hint of Dyer on there.
There's loads of pornography. Right, what do you do with Eric Dyer? My gut instinct is that I've had enough. I've seen enough. Just sell him, get some money. His market value, according to Transfer Market, is £20 million. You get £20 million, invest it in a new defender, or is he a leader that you know, and he's a part of that group of players? The what is it called? The player coalition, whoever it is.
Yeah. We'll just say that the players coalition. Yeah.
The and obviously he's well thought of and he speaks well. And we both watched him. We listened to the podcast, the High Performance podcast, and we talked about it, didn't we, Rick? And how impressed we were with how well he spoke and how enamoured we were with him as a person. I just don't think he can. I just don't think he's good enough, and I hate to say it because I really like him, but watching him get absolutely skinned by Rashford, which is no mean feat. Like, he was at times the best striker in Europe this year, but that, I don't know. What do you? I mean, we need.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally with you. Again, as a person, he's a lovely guy, a bloody lovely guy, and I like everything that he's about. But I just think there's a few bits here. So there's this. He's part of this players' union that I am a bit kind of like. I'd rather put the power back with the coach with this new fresh start. So I would like to break this kind of union that they have. Also, there is a bit of this. People still hark back to, oh, it's still Poch's squad. They still got 8 players of when Poch was here. We haven't had that turnover in players, and that we're still playing the same players under Poch, under Mourinho, under Conte. It's been the same defender. It's been Dyer. So maybe for everyone's sake, just to break this cycle, for him to have a fresh start. Really, he's been at the club for a while now, and I think he's probably hit his ceiling. And I think it might be best for all parties for him to find a new club. But equally, again, with the coaching, as I'm saying,
he's been coached.
But yeah, maybe he's in a place now where I said it on a previous pod. I think it was against Man City, where Dyer was stepping out of defence to snuff out maybe I think it was Silva.
That's what you're saying.
And
a different role,
and it
maybe.
Worked well, and it worked well. So maybe the chopping and changing of asking him, right, we want you to step out. No, we want you to sit back. No, we want you to man mark. No, we just need this consistency in defence. We need this confidence. We need this goalkeeper. We need the whole back five to have a run of games. Maybe that might help. I don't know, but my gut says it's probably best that we part ways.
Have you seen the best of Eric Dyer at Tottenham?
Yes,
right.
I have.
Yeah, agreed. And it's not good enough, is it? So he's got to go.
I mean, do you remember when he was that summer where he was rumoured to go to United.
50 mil.
Mourinho,
50 mil.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and he was peak Dyer then, and I haven't seen that in a while, and it's hard to recapture that type of.
Well, peak Dyer would have
form
been 2016, 17 under
Well,
sorry,
Poch.
Pochi, yeah.
Yeah.
Pochettino. Okay, so we're saying sell. Danjuma. It's just not seen enough for whatever reason. He's not ours anyway. I'm not bothered whether he's here next season.
No, I haven't seen enough, and especially not enough to say keep him at all costs. So
Right,
he's
Danjuma.
let's go.
Sorry, you're gone, mate.
Sorry, Danny boy.
It's not his fault. I haven't seen enough. Christian Romero. I'm going to put him, Rick, in the keep, i.e. the first team.
Yeah.
First team, and I've been critical of him on the podcast a fair bit, but I'm dying to see him next to defenders who can defend, who will allow him to be his erratic best self, play on the front foot, overcommit. No, there are better defenders next to him that can sweep up, because that part of his game is what serves our system the best. Getting in ahead of the strikers, being aggressive, sometimes too aggressive. It's all part of his game. You don't want to change him at all, but someone else has to clean up after him. He's like the mafia boss's, the Godfather's son, who's a lunatic, who goes in and shoots up and stabs everyone. There's a bloodbath, but he gets shit done. And there are cleaners behind him who clean up all the mess that he does. But the result is the same. He gets shit done. People are dead.
Yeah, I think that's a fair analysis.
So we're saying keep.
Yeah, totally keep. First team. He's there. He's in there.
Ryan Sessegnon.
So Cess, it's a shame that his hamstrings are made of crisps.
That's our body is, isn't it? Why? Why is it a shame? I mean, it's a shame that he's getting injured as a human being.
He had a fantastic season at Fulham, and I kind of thought he would be able to replicate something similar to that at Tottenham, but it just looks like he's lost confidence. Again, he is in and out of the team, and he is unable to stay fit for long enough. I just don't think he has a future at Tottenham, really, if I'm honest.
I'm not going to defend him. Just get rid of him.
Yeah. Sorry, Cess. But you're out of here.
Fraser Foster, big man. What's he got? Big hands like a frying pan. Big man. Definitely keep him as a part of the squad. I think he's done really well. If we struggle to find a goalkeeper this summer and he starts next season, I'd have no issue. I'd have an issue with how our transfer strategy has played out. But if he was our number one at the start of next season, then I think he's a good goalkeeper. I really do.
I think he's a good goalkeeper. And
can't sell him in Loris, can we?
No, but I'd be very disappointed if he was our number one starting next season, because we've known about this Lloris situation, the goalkeeping situation, for long enough, and we should, as a club, be able to go out there and scout and pick up the people that we want. Also, I think a player like Forster, if you've been doing some landscape gardening and you've knocked a wall down and you've got to remove the bricks from your garden, but it's a two-man job. Yeah. If you sent him a message saying, "Can you come round on Saturday and help me out?"
He'd do it on his own. He'd do it on his own.
Yeah. He'd open your beer, say, "Pop yourself down there, sit on the decking," and
he'd do it. He'd do it in one scoop. He'd have everything in one scoop. Yeah. No, there's absolutely no reason why we should. Is he on loan or is he on loan?
No, he's bought.
He was.
I think it's Free Dogs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was on a free. I don't know when his contract. Sorry, we should have done this research, but it's fucking loads of players and couldn't be fucked. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm sure he'll be in next season if we want him. We'll get your squad then, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we've missed a couple of locations here because this is the best bit of this video.
No, I didn't. I was hoping you wouldn't go back to that.
Well, I'm actually gonna use this as I'm gonna release this as a pod as well. I think, Rick.
Okay.
Where's Danjuma from?
Fuck.
I didn't even know. I didn't get a country, let alone a fucking city.
I could have sworn that. I mean, there's on his flag there was Netherlands, Dutchy. I'm getting Dutchy vibes, but also the name doesn't feel Dutch.
Arnold Danjuma.
Arnold. Oh, maybe.
Have a guess.
I'm gonna go. He has. There is a bit of a thing. I could have sworn there was
What?
like a dual citizenship, something like that.
Okay.
Do you know what? I don't even know where the dual citizenship came from. I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna go somewhere in Holland.
No, Lagos, Nigeria.
Fuck, we haven't got that. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Ramirez from Cordoba in Argentina.
Yeah, I knew that.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Where's Ryan Sessegnon from? Quickly.
He is from. Oh fuck, he is from
Roehampton.
Oh shit.
You wouldn't have never got that, would you?
No.
Fraser Forster, Hexham, and we move on to Dejan Kulusevski of Sweden. What city is he from?
I am gonna
Go on,
say.
Stockholm.
Stockholm. Yeah.
Okay.